over 400 kilometers per hour, up to 12 G of force. 8 of the world's best pilots take on the same sky in a battle of speed, precision, and skill. The sky is the ultimate racetrack. Air Race X, unlock!
Hello everyone and welcome back to Unlock, the official Air Race X Insider Show. On this episode, we're going to be taking a look at all the latest news, all the latest race news, and we're also going to be taking a deeper dive into the excitement of Air Race X and the passion that drives these amazing pilots. I'm Bob Worley, I'm glad you're here, and to join me today in all this fun is...
Hi guys, it's Emily. Thank you so much for having me again. It's great to be back. So in this episode, we're going to take a closer look at Air Race X Race 1. Exciting, right?
Exciting indeed.
So this will be streamed on June 28th. We'll be breaking down the key moments to watch and showing you even more of what makes Air Race X so exciting. And this time, we're focusing on something really, really unique.
Oh.
A world where the pilots compete at racetracks around the world in the same competition, but with a little twist.
Oh, we'll look forward to that.
Sounds interesting, right?
Very much so.
Okay, so let's dive in.
All right, let's start by taking a look at the lineup for Air Race X Race number 1, which will be streamed on June 28th. If you haven't put it in your calendar yet, take the time to put it in your calendar now. Okay, we'll go over some of the key pilots and what to watch for in the opening round. And if you're new to Air Race X, don't worry, we have you covered. Just take a look at episode 1 for a quick refresher on all the rules. And, be sure to check it out. Unlock number 1, released on June 20th. It'll make everything easier to follow, and I look pretty good in it.
You do, actually.
Thank you.
So, all right, let's check out the 8 pilots competing. First up from Australia, Aaron Delew, a strong newcomer to Air Race X last season. He finished an impressive 3rd overall. Next, also from Australia, Emma McDonald. Making history as the first female pilot in Air Race X, she finished 5th in the championship last season. From the Czech Republic, Martin Schunke, a true veteran of air racing with years of experience, he placed 4th overall last season. From Spain, Juan Velade, an airline captain in his daily life and a racer at heart. He finished 6th in the championship. Now, one of the title contenders, Yoshi Muroya from Japan, a 2-time champion in 2023 and 2024. He finished runner-up last season. Another major contender, Patrick Davidson from South Africa. He's the last season's champion, and now he is aiming for back-to-back titles. And finally, 2 exciting new names joining the series this season. From the United States, Melissa Burns, and from Canada, Michael Trigavison.
Such a strong lineup.
I know.
Now, Emily, I need to know this. Is there anyone in particular that you're keeping an eye on?
Well,
You can tell us. You can tell us.
I have a lot. Well, actually, I like all 8 of them, but...
You can't do that. You can't do that.
I know I can, so I'll give you an answer. I'm always going to keep a close eye up on Yoshi,
Of course.
as well as Patrick. You know, they're the really strong competitors during the past few years. And it's always exciting when champions go head-to-head, right?
Oh, yeah.
But for this race 1, for the 2026 season, specifically, there's 2 pilots I'm really interested in.
Well, who?
Melissa and Michael,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
So they're both making their Air Race X debut this year in this race 1. So will be a big first test to see how they can handle all the pressure. And there's so many things they have to get prepared for, right?
I assume so.
So first, let's talk about Melissa. Here she goes.
Oh, hey, Melissa.
Hi. So Melissa has actually spent over 20 years working as an airshow pilot and a skydiver.
Really?
20 years.
Wow.
That's pretty impressive. And in 2015, she became the fastest female wingsuit pilot in the world. Fastest in the world.
Wingsuit. Wingsuit pilot.
Exactly.
Fastest in the world.
Exactly.
All right, well, this makes me wonder something, and I'm sorry to ask, but then why did she decide to enter Air Race X after all that?
Well, actually, that's what makes Melissa's story really interesting.
Okay.
We actually have an interview from her where she talks about her journey coming to this Air Race X.
Excellent.
Okay, let's take a look.
So for me, I'll be 42 years old next month. So I have been flying air show displays since I started flying air shows when I was 20 years old. My entire career has been aerobatics and air shows. I've already retired from it once and come back. I retired when I had my kids. I became a professor at Embry-Riddle. I went to the airlines, and after spending a lifetime doing air shows and being in this community, always dreaming of doing air race, the other careers just sort of felt like a little divert of experience, but this is what I was always coming back to.
So this has actually been a dream she's been chasing for decades.
Exactly, for 20 years.
Wow.
That's a pretty big dream.
It is.
And there's also an important side to her story that really stands out. Melissa is also a mother of 2 beautiful children.
What?
So let's hear what she shares about her family in her interview.
My son is 6, my daughter's 8. They were very asleep when I left this morning. But yeah, my son really likes to build, so I always say he's gonna be my engineer. And Isla loves to fly, so she really wants to be a pilot. Well, lately she wants to be an astronaut.
Wow. Okay, so a racing pilot and a mother at the same time? I mean, that definitely makes her someone you just can't help cheering for.
I know. Her career and her new challenge like this is going to inspire so many women around the world.
It's going to inspire everybody around the world, really. It inspires me already.
She's pretty amazing. Melissa also talked about how challenging the preparation of Air Race X really is. Let's take a look.
Race, it's just walking through and mentally preparing for it. But my biggest challenge this first race is to set the race up, which is how I'm used to doing it as a pilot, as an aerobatic pilot, walking through, visualizing it, flying it. So right now, all of the analysis is just myself going out there, flying it and visualizing it and walking it. And what I did is I went out first and I tested the track. I made sure the pylons were working, and then I flew through it 16 times. And just every time trying the different sequences, getting my visual cues. It's Florida, so even in that one day, we have a lot of shifting conditions.
So even just understanding the track itself is already a huge challenge.
Exactly, it is a huge challenge for them. The physical markers on the ground are the only reference for the pilots to fly the track. And flying between them takes incredible skills and focus.
It sounds like it.
I know. So pilots have to memorize the entire course in advance.
Okay.
And then analyze the fastest possible racing line, repeat mental visualization, and practice flights again and again and again until they're comfortable, and they need to know exactly where they are in the track at all times.
Okay, and that's incredible. And also, they're going 400 kilometers an hour, right?
Exactly.
And they're doing all of that at the same time.
Well, that's why they're the top 8 pilots of the world. And what's really, really interesting is that every pilot has their own way, their own original way to learn how the track is. So let's hear how some of the pilots prepare for the memorization.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Visualization is pretty much everything, especially for this race series. Last year, I would do physical walkthroughs and actually put down markers and walk through them and do it time and time again. This season so far, I decided to do away with that and just solely focus on mental visualization. So what that means is I sit down in a chair, or right before I go to bed, I sit and I just fly the track in my head over and over and over again. What that does, number one, it helps me remember which gate, like the sequence of gates, but then also work out the best strategy and then play different scenarios out. If the wind is coming from this direction, which way am I going to react and turn? What adjustments am I going to make? It's all about the mental. I'd say I maybe fly the track 10 times more in my mind than I do actually in the plane.
The best training for me, I try to visualize what I will see and also what I will do in the cockpit. So it starts with my entry trajectory and what I will see when I will turn on the smoke and so on. So an entry, of course, I need to know just before the flight what is the actual wind direction and strength. So I have to expect how this will influence my trajectory, and of course I have to think about it during the walk through the gate. So I just go through every single gate, what will be the trajectory, where I will look, and how I will steer the airplane. So every single moment I just try to visualize as many times as possible, because whatever appears during the flight, and then only things which are really like 100% visualized before and somewhere in the back of your head, of your brain.
So, what do you think?
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Every pilot really has their own unique way of memorizing and mastering the track, right?
Yeah.
So, it's not just about flying fast, it's about how each pilot builds their own invisible track in their mind.
Right. I mean, because the track is there, but they have to visualize so much more at high speeds, things that most average high-class pilots can't even do.
And as you said earlier, with that fast 400 exactly.
Yeah? 400 kilometers an hour. And we didn't even see all of the other pilots. They must have their own unique way of visualizing the tracks themselves, right?
I'm sure they do.
That is incredible. Wow. So that's Air Race X Race 1. That's coming up on June 28th. So be sure to check it out. I know you've written it down in your memo, in your calendars.
So.
You've done it already, yeah? And that wraps up this episode of Unlocked. I hope you enjoyed it.
Race 1, it's just the beginning of 2026. Things are only going to get more and more exciting from here.
I love that.
Are you ready?
I love that.
You
Look,
are?
I love it. I'm so excited about it already. But I just want to say to everybody, thanks for watching.
In the next episode, coming in July 5th, we'll review the results from Race 1 and take a look at what to expect in Race 2. See you then.